It was just an ordinary afternoon, one of those days that usually fades into the background noise of life. The air was thick with the usual city sounds, distant sirens, the chatter of people passing by, the rumble of traffic. I was waiting for the bus, lost in my own thoughts, scrolling aimlessly through my phone. Nothing special, nothing planned, just another Tuesday. Then it happened. I glanced up, just for a second, and my eyes met hers. She was standing across the street, waiting for the light to change. It wasn't a dramatic, movie-style moment. There was no slow motion, no sudden gust of wind. It was just a look. But it lasted a fraction of a second longer than it should have. Not in an intense or awkward way, but in a way that felt honest. In that tiny, silent pause, it was like a whole conversation took place without a single word being spoken. It was as if everything I'd ever felt, all the things I was too scared to admit even to myself, somehow traveled across that busy street and landed right there, in that shared gaze. All the what-ifs, the quiet hopes, the unspoken admiration, it was all there, hanging in the air between us. She offered a small, soft smile. It wasn't a polite, stranger on this street kind of smile. It was different. It was a smile of understanding, as if she'd just read the last chapter of a book she already knew by heart. It was like she heard everything I never dared to say out loud. And in that moment, I felt seen. Truly seen. Then, just as quickly as it began, it was over. My bus pulled up to the curb with a hiss of its brakes, breaking the spell. The light changed, and she started to cross the street, disappearing into the crowd on my side. Life just pulled us back into its current, and the day moved on. I got on the bus, found a seat by the window, and watched the city blur past. But her look, that quiet, knowing look, stayed with me. It's funny, isn't it? We spend so much time trying to find the right words, crafting the perfect sentences to express how we feel. But sometimes, the most profound connections happen in complete silence. Sometimes, the heart speaks first, long before our courage can catch up. That moment was a quiet reminder that the most important things are often felt, not said. Thanks for listening to my story. If you've ever had a moment like this, I'd love to read about it in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories. See you next time.